Another exciting night of Cryptid Camp booster box ripping. Thanks to the team over at Cryptid Camp for making an amazing product for us to enjoy. It's been good so far. It's been good. So the focus of this video is trying to build a deck out of a single booster box. So I got some of the rules printed up here. I'm not going to go into extensively how to play. Yo, what up? Yo, Bad Adam, Gilby, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm not going to really go into extensively how to play because it's pretty nuanced, but the deck building is pretty simple. So I feel like a good dip your toe into this would be to go ahead and, since we're all ripping booster box, try to build some decks. The game is very deep. It's a very in-depth game, but fundamentally it's pretty simple to play. So you can have a good time playing it without being extremely competitive. So there is, you can get extremely competitive with it and creative with the deck building, but if you just want to have a good time and get in there and play and roll the dice essentially. So uh-oh. We back? Did I lose you guys? Let's see. This connection is excellent. I see that. Yeah, I've been having network issues tonight. Completely abandoned the old network and started a new one, so it's still not stable. Let's see if I can get this to go. It's easier to do it like this because you can tell if we're good or not by the background streaming and the lights changing. It does seem good now. Connection never changed from excellent. I don't know, it's super windy here, so it could have something to do with that. Alright. Alright, so let's continue. Looks like it's stable now, to some degree. Let me know if you guys start lagging again. Alright, right, so build your deck of exactly 50 cards, 10 lanterns, and that's in a lantern deck, essentially. So now you're up to 60 cards. Then you have 6 trails, and you place each of them down on a site of your choosing before the game starts, so that's 66 cards. And then on top of the 50 cards, with any number of cryptids, there's another cryptid. The 51st will be a unique companion that starts face up in the companion zone. So you got a total of 67 cards there. that will comprise your entire deck. Now you're wondering, besides, yeah, I threw the Nighthawk into the river already tonight. I don't know what was going on with that thing, but maybe it wasn't the Nighthawk now, because it's still not working. Well, it's working now. Let's not say it's still not working. It's working now. So rarity. This is going to give us an idea of what we can put in the deck to get those 50 cards. Uniques have a limit of 1. So right now there's 8 cryptid uniques. So you can have 1 as the companion and 7 others in your deck, pretty much. Rares have a limit of 2. Uncommons have a limit of 3. And commons have a limit of 4. And those commons and uncommons can be the cryptids, memories, supplies, and traps all come in different memories. So there's unique supplies, there's unique memories, things like that. But then there's also common ones, and then you can have 4 of those. So here, the deck limits, it just kind of repeats that again. But then there's special exceptions, and that's the lanterns. So basic lanterns have no rarity. You can have any number of basic lanterns in your lantern deck as long as the lantern deck doesn't exceed a maximum of 10. So you can have, even though they're common, and by rule here it says 4 per deck, the lanterns you can have up to 10 of the commons in your lantern deck. But the special lanterns, any given special lantern, I believe even those are considered rare, you can have up to 4 of them. Has its own rarity and deck limit. All special lanterns in your deck cannot exceed a total of 4, and the lantern deck can still not exceed a maximum of 10. So has its own rarity and deck limit. So there you go. You might be only able to have 2 and 2 of the special lanterns, or 1, 1, 1, 1, however you want to mix that up. Alright, here we go. For example, a camper could have up to 4 copies of a particular expansion. Oh yeah, here we go. Particular special lantern in their lantern deck, or 2 copies of 2 different rare lanterns in their lantern deck. Oh, you could have 4 copies of a particular special lantern, so you can have 4 of one. So if you wanted to have 4 storm lanterns, you could. You could have up to 4 copies of a particular common special lantern in their lantern deck, or 2 copies of 2 different rare special lanterns. So I gotta look back at the lanterns, because this says common special lantern and then rare special lantern. So my mind's getting blown there again. So, but that's just in the 10-card lantern deck. And then the companions here. Your companion must be a unique unique cryptid. This companion will share its deck limit with your main deck. So you can't have the same companion that's in your companion spot as the cryptid in your deck. So you can't have, like, on your companion spot and Bigfoot as unique cryptid in your deck. But you can have Bigfoot as your companion and Nessie in your deck. That's okay. If you have chosen a particular cryptid to be your companion, another copy of that cryptid can't be in your main deck, and vice versa. So, right. Pretty simple. And then let's print this out just for later. How the weaknesses and strengths work, and the gem, obviously the colorless. So the lanterns we've seen so far are Storm Lantern, I know, which is Lapis Fulgurite, but we've also seen Corallium and Meteorite, which are across from each other. which is interesting. So, alright, so let's do it. Can you build a deck from the box now that we got those rules kind of ironed out there? Let's see. We've only had one box not have a companion in it, so let's hope for the best here. We've not seen too many boxes without the unique cryptid. So it needs to be unique cryptid to be the companion. We got him back here, the Piazza bird back there. So yeah, we got topper is graveyard, the fluorite cabin topper. We did have a companionless box, and actually Emilio told us that the companionless box might be a thing, so I believe we did have one. It still had 6 borderless cards and it just didn't have a unique cryptid. Alright, so I'm actually, as we open this, I'm going to separate them. So you got your weather, your cryptid, like cryptid, want cat, Corallium unicorn, boa aku, archaeological dig, which was a memory, forest, and the lantern. So it's pretty easy to separate these, put those on the far side. Yeah, we'll see if we get any big hits. Alright, so we got another memory, common memory, cryptid. The astronomer, our first CZO. So an uncommon astronomer. So uncommon, when we're building the deck, I'll look it back up. I believe uncommon is 3 per deck. So see, this is a supply now. It's the first supply. Dracula, non-hollow, nice. And graveyard and meteorite lantern. Alright. See what kind of deck we're building. Draw 3, discard 2. Card reading, a memory. Another black hat. A GOOOO. Kahonok. Squonk. Parachute, which is a supply. Druck. Nice. Maybe we'll make a Corallium deck. Druck is a flyer, part of the Corallium deck that could fly. That's pretty good. Because the flyer, and that's how you'll learn how to play these, by kind of reading the cards. You'll see flyer. Can explore the nearest diagonal site. So you're like, oh, diagonal? What do you mean diagonal? So just by building the deck, you're kind of gonna learn a little bit about playing just by trying to read the cards and see the different effects and movements. And so, and if you do it that way, you just kind of use the abilities that you learn along the way. So that's only our second weather card. The weather cards are actually pretty rare in a box. And the weather cards might be rarer than the full hollows. Fiji Mermaid, Graveyard, Lantern. Yeah, Dracula's. I want to build a obsidian deck. We got the bunny man. He's the pawn of the obsidian deck. Common, so you can have 4 of him in your deck. Pisanta, same thing for him. The Bogish bird, which has the ability that you can flip the enemy's card, defense mode card, which is pretty good. That's Fulgurate. Bermuda Triangle Beast, which is crazy defense mode, and then if it's raining, it has Swimmer. So exploring with this thing in defense mode is, I don't even, there's not much that can beat it with the 15 defense. So Lapis, that's a pretty powerful card for the Lapis deck, especially if it's raining. Sinkhole Sam, Delta, Trail, and Malachite Lantern. Another Storm and Calm Weather. Another weather card. Fiji Mermaid. And in black, Aviator, CZO. Fairfield, Texas Mummy. And the Kajonok Sky. The Trail. And Corallium is the Lantern. With 40 packs a box, you get more than enough packs to build a deck. The limiting factor is the unique cryptid, because you need a companion to play. Wow, there we go. So I guess we're building a Bigfoot deck. Let's go. And you know what we've seen when the companion comes early, there's sometimes a numbered card back there. So, I hate to stuff. This is the first Bigfoot I pulled, but I guess we gotta stuff them into a deck. A little chunky on. It seems like most of them are a little chunky on top, but they're the same consistently. Beautiful card. All right, so we're building a Bigfoot deck. Delta, Trail, and Fluorite Lantern. So we're gonna start now. We gotta start putting the Malachite cards, Malachite, whatever, aside. What dual lantern is the Malachite one? Forget. We got day and night weather. So Bigfoot's thing is calm, which we did get 2 of the. No, we haven't got any. Oh yeah, we got 1 calm to go with Bigfoot. So we did get 1 weather card so far to go with the Malachite deck. Or Bigfoot at least. Might be more than 1. I believe we did get a Malachite CZO too. We did, the Archaeologist. So we're well on our way to a Bigfoot deck already. The Sextant, Koki, Town, and Corallium Lantern. Ooh. Whoops. Santa, rain and heat weather. We're getting a lot of weather cards this box. Went back and watched the videos, and we don't pull too many weathers in those videos. Sailor, Yarama Ihahu, Fayanaga, Forest, and Obsidian Lantern. Yes, any of the unique cryptids can be a companion, and I believe in this product all the unique companions are borderless. I'm not sure if that'll be consistent in all the sets released continued, but in this set the unique companions are all borderless. I haven't seen the borderless cards from the starter decks, the companion cards from the starter decks, though. Those might not be borderless, I'm not sure. Man Duck. Sea Monk. We're not getting too many Malachite commons and uncommons, though. Here we go. Squonk Reverse. That's a good one. We did get another Squonk, too. Fulgurite, and the trail is Grasslands. Oh, we got something good, it looks like. Cookie, Gugui, Hunter, Aboa Aku, Sea Monk. Tricked me, Sea Monk. Mountains, and the Quartz Lantern. Alright, we're speeding this up now. I mean, we've pulled, I don't know how many boxes we've opened, but we've only seen Piazza Bird and Nessie pulled. Early on, I suspected that they would do something like this to create memory, to create demand for other products. So to sell whatever the MOQ is of starter decks, you would make products exclusive to the starter deck. You know, whatever that might be. Nice, I needed this bad. I don't gotta go buy it from Slabless anymore. So there we go, this is gonna be a good deck. This is gonna be a real good deck. So this card is, this is like the ultimate search card. You don't need to search anything by name specific. So this is pretty much like having 2 of whatever you want in your deck. You don't pull exactly what you want and you pull that, you can go search for exactly what you want. I mean, by seeing the numbers that we've pulled so far, we've only pulled Nessie and Piazza Bird, and we've opened hundreds of booster boxes now between the entire community. It's got to be in the hundreds. Oh, Gumbaroo, nice. He's a common, but he's strong. The Billywhack Monster, nice. He's uncommon. Gamayun. Explosive Rabbit Reverse. Delta. And Florian. We're not getting very many Malachite Lanterns, so I'm getting nervous about that. I think we only got 1. That's gonna be tough. Archaeological Dig, which is the memory for Malachite, which is a good one. Malachite. Silver Demon, Horn Cat. Cryptid cannot be defeated by effects, and he's 1, so he's a good pawn. The Wairima. This is a swimmer, believe it or not. So there's the swimmer for the Malachite deck. Mantra of Peace, very nice. This is the first rare tantric trap. This is the first trap we've pulled. So 1 trap so far this box. Good number of packs in, we got 1 trap. Traps are rare. Yeah, it's going well. Bigfoot lineup. Really, depending on what dual lanterns you get, is what the second deck is gonna be, because right now we only got one Malachite lantern. We got a memory, another Gumbaroo. Okay, so we're getting there with the Gumbaroos. The Magnolian Deathworm. He's lethal, defeats any cryptid it damages. So that's a dope effect. What? It defeats any cryptid it damages. Oh wow. Okay. Definitely need that in your deck, or a couple of those. And Calm. If it's Calm, this cryptid has Digger, so Calm is what we're trying to use anyway. So this is a cornerstone of the deck. We need a bunch of copies of this. It's nice to have one, but we definitely trying to want to get more of those. So that's a supply. What did I do with the supplies? I think the supplies got mixed in with the memories. Oh, another trap. Delta. Quartz is the lantern. The second trap of the box. Maybe Quartz would be a good one to pair with. Okay. Igniting the Campfire. Memory of Warmth. Betazaz. UFO Creature. Original Ninja, and he's super strong. He's good for the water deck. The Lapis, Napa Rebob, Full Hollow Mantra of Learning. That is the fools you because it's green, but that's the Meteorite trap, I believe. Sick. You may look at the hand and the hidden entities of the camper who encountered this trap. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's looking like a good Bigfoot deck so far for sure. Over the Storm. It's a good one for Fulgurite. That's a memory for Fulgurite. Dover Demon. Men in Black Scout. Fire-Naga. Corallium Unicorn. Space Penguin. And Horror Lantern. So, Obsidian or Fluorite. I mean, we're so low on lanterns right now. Trying to build a deck in this box. We just got to put this in the deck. Well, we might turn around here, but we're not getting green lanterns. Still a lot of packs left, though. We're only about a third done with the box. Dark Watchers, Aku, Black Scout, Cookie, another Billy Whack Monster, Flint, Quartz Paintbrush, Unique Treasure Supply. I don't think we're going to put this in the deck, so I'm going to just put it in a top loader for now. Oh, whoa. Did I get Yugi sleeves again? Yugi sleeves get mixed in there. Alright. Dark Sky and Quartz was the lantern. Killing us with these lanterns this box. We need 10. Well, not 10, but we need a bunch of green lanterns. We got a full hollow. Over the Storm, another Fulgurite memory. Sand Clown down. Fire-Naga. Sinkhole Sam. He's uncommon. He's level 4. He uses Calm. He's good for the deck. Backpack, there we go. This is a supply, and it does +1/+1 patch. So every turn you can use this supply if you activate it for 2 lanterns, and you can keep patching your boys up. And if you have 2 of these out, you could pay 4 per turn to add 2 patches. So that's a very good card for the Fulgurite deck. That's a must-have right now in this format, at least. So we got the Devon Devil. We got Forest. Nice, we're going to need that. How many Forests did we get? Not that we need 6, but we probably need 3 to be comfortable. I think we got 3 already. Yeah, we got 3. So we already got 3 Forests, so pretty happy with the Forests front. Echo, the Fresco Nightcrawlers, another Gumberoo. I gotta count how many Gumberoos we got now, but we're getting there. We're almost maxed out on Gumberoos. Another Squonk, alright. If he's Squonk runs off Calm too, which is great, because we're trying to get up. Oh no. We lost it again. Looks like it came right back to another Forest. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's super windy here, so that must have something to do with it. I don't know if a fire deck's going to be very compatible with the Forest deck, if the Corallium can mix with the Fulgurite, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, I get a big bar. I don't understand what's going on. I have to call Verizon in the morning. Brown Mountain Lights, the Bloop Sound. Try to just build a deck like the TTS deck is, do the Lapis Malachite. Sweet Tooth Witch and Brown Mountain Lights Reverse. Cave and Obsidian Lantern. We're still choked for Malachite Lanterns, it seems. Another Igniting the Campfire. Wonkat. From the deck. Fiji Mermaid. Sailor CZO. Parachute Memory. Right, nope. Parachutes of Supply. And then we got the Napa Rebob for Meteorite. Alright. Hansel and Gretel. Day and night weather. So the weather's slowed down, but there's another one. Fiji Mermaid. Another Wonkat. Iowa Dragon. Urt Birder. Over the Storm Reverse. Memory. Another Forest. Oh, here we go. Boom. I think that's the second one. Huge. And we got 2 comms. That's it? That's all we got? No, we had that more than that. We only got 1 common stormy weather. That ain't good. Alright, we got Dendra. Igniting the Campfire. Destroy the Ego. Sandown Clown. Ninjin. You need, is it a minimum? Is that a thing? Dendrolite Reverse. Town. And Quartz. I don't think you need 4. No, there's no minimum. Archaeological dig. That's a good one. And you can have 4 of those, so we'll try to get 4 of those. Brown Mountain Lights. Man Duck. Uplifting Doodles. Memory. Magnolian Deathworm. Alright, let's go. So, uncommon means we can have 3, so we need 1 more of him from this box. So, the deck's looking good now. Henchman and Yama. Mantra of Impotence, which is the reverse hollow one. I believe this is the first time I'm seeing this in reverse hollow. So I guess the traps come in reverse hollow as well. So you don't have to put these traps as full hollows in your deck. That's good to know. I wonder if they come in non-hollow. I'm not sure about that. Still could use some more Malachite Lanterns though, that's for sure. I don't think we've really got a good handle. Oh, there's the 3rd Deathworm. That's great. Green Fireball. Cave and Lapis. Let's see. Clear Sky and Fog. Other Weather, Caledonian Boar, GOOOO, Corallium Unicorn, Hungry Ghost, Hansel and Gretel Reverse, Graveyard, and Fluorite Lantern. Alright, we're well through half this box now. Only 2 Malachite Lanterns, so we're gonna have to do something there. Alright, another Archaeological Dig. Good early game card. Resurrection Mary, Pookabilly, Fiji Mermaid. It's almost like Malachite's going to be our secondary, which you could do. Your companion can be like your boost at the end. Mantra of Revival. And okay, Lantern. Let's go. 3rd one. I don't remember what the dual lantern for Malachite was, to be honest. Day-night weather. I think we've only got 1 clear fog, clear and calm. The storm and calm. Got Caledonian Boar, Hunter, CZO, Sextant. All right, Meteorite Cabin. I haven't really tried to put the cabins into the decks yet. The cabins you build on the trail, and they become part of the trail really, for like an additional power up to what, you know, whatever associated cryptid is with that cabin. So build on a meteorite trail. When a meteorite cryptid is on this site, enters a battle, a cryptid of your choice in that battle swaps their attack and defense until the end of the turn. So there you go. That's pretty cool. Meteorite is going to be a tough one to beat. I still definitely don't know what the second color of this deck will be. Clear sky and foggy weather. We really need storm and calm. It's our first jackalope. This one has swift if it's calm, which right now we only have 1 of those. We really need 4. Aku Aku, mountains, and Fulgurite Lantern. We're getting to the bottom of this box. We're getting to the bottom of this box. Studying the Stars, Resurrection Mary, Mirikabe, Cookie, Lapis Unicorn, Green Fireball, another Mantra piece, Mountains and Meteorite Lantern. So many cards in a box. 40 packs. Loop Sound. Resurrection Mary. Man Duck. Uplifting Doodles. Corallium Unicorn. The Sextant. Corallium Staff. Another staff card. We got the paintbrush the first time. Now we got the staff. I'm gonna have to do another one of these videos too. I'll open up another booster box and try to do the same thing again. Frustrating that this one lagged out a couple times. Dendrolite, the Jackalope, Uplifting Doodles, Magnolian Deathworm, but we're maxed out on those. Another backpack, that's great, needed that. Juco, Mountains, Corallium Lantern. Oh, nice, another Storm and Calm. Thank you. Needed that bad. We still need 2 more of those. Jackalope. Junko, the Hunter. We only have 1 CZO for Malachite too, which is tough. We need, I believe they're common. I think you want 4 of those. So, Clear Sky and Fog. Over Demon, the Gumbaroo, Cookie. Wairama. Another backpack, which I believe this will be our last backpack. Metal Man, Town, Corallium Lantern. Ophanim. Another Storm and Calm. Alright, now we're up to 3 of those. That's good. Almost maxed out on those. You can only have 4 of those. Headless Mule. Night Marcher. Ophanim again. Dark Sky, Meteorite. I don't know what other decks to build out of this, to be honest. We'll have to look at this CCOs. Heat and Rain, and what other weather we got too. Tsushikiroko. But he needs calm, so we need that weather. Fiji Mermaid, the Billywhack boy. Oh, reverse Billywhack. Another Forest, which I think we're maxed out on Forest now. You know, we're gonna want other trails because I don't think we have enough to really make a strong Malachite deck. We're gonna have to do some major infusions of some other type here. Lush Lantern. Alright, here we go. Quartz. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll go Quartz. See what we got in the Quartz realm. Even though we haven't pulled any Quartz CZOs either. So even though that is a dual lantern with the Malachite, I don't recall pulling the Quartz CZO at all in here. No, we have 0 Quartz CZOs. Corallium or Lapis or Meteorite, it looks like. Those CZOs are going to be a very, very used card. Those you use and burn, so you're going to want to max out your CZOs. Bushioni. Oh, cool. He has a debuff against humanoids. That's strong against some decks. Simple Sam. The Yara Yahoo. Sextant Reverse, Mountains, and Meteorite Lantern. Alright, last pack. This is it. Aku Aku. Our 4th Storm and Calm. Let's go. Complete that on the last pack. Shush Kanoko, Billy Whack, Metal Man, Black Cat Reverse, Delta, and Lapis Lantern. Okay, so here we go now. Now time to do a little bit of recap of our Malachite cards. Smother's got mixed in here. Do some sorting. Billy Whack, Smoka, Sinkhole, Billy Whack. Gumbaroo. Backpack. Jackalope. Magnolian Deathworms. There's the third one. There's the third one. Alright. We only got one Ushioni. Another Gumbaroo. So we're maxed out on Gumbaroos now. 1, 2, 3, right? Comments. We can use a 4th Gumbaroo. Fourth Gumbaroo, nice. Uncommon, so we can have 3 of him. Backpack, Sinkhole, Squonk. We only got one Archaeologist, which is a tough one, man. That's a tough one to deal with. Uncommon means we can have 3 Billy Whacks. Cat means we can have 4 of him. So this is what we're working with so far. Can't believe we only got one Archaeologist out of the whole box. Those CZOs are pretty rare. GOOOO is a common. You could have you can have 4 Gugwees in a deck. This Cryptid can only explore sites with an entity in them. Okay, so he can only he's an aggressive boy. We only got 3 backpacks. So 3 backpacks, 2 Gugwees, 3 Wonkats, 3 Billy Whacks, 3 Magnolian Deathworms, 2 Wireramas, 4 Gumbaroos? 1, 2, 3, 4 Gumbaroos, Archaeologist, Stormy Weather and Calm. We got our 6 forests, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we're not going to use all 6. Some extra cryptids. Put the Ushioni in there. 3 jackalopes. We only got 2 archaeological digs. 3 archaeological dig. 4, because we got a reverse. We'll have to put the reverse into the deck. That's tough. Yes, reverse CZO is crazy. We only got 1 archaeologist in that whole box, and he's stuffed in this deck now. So we got the 4 archaeological digs, which are memories. We're gonna do 3 jackalopes, the Ushioni. We really need calm in the deck. Most of these cryptids have some calm function. 2 Gugwees, they're pretty tough, and he's 3, so like you should draw a bunch of cards by then and be able to pull one of those. Gumbaroo is one of the soldiers. Need a lot of him. Alright, so let's see how many cards we got so far. I think we're more than half, so $33 cards. So now we gotta figure out. I thought we were 4. I mean, we got squonks here too. The problem is we didn't get enough lanterns. Oh yeah, we got Sinkhole Sams we didn't put in there. A needs calm. And 2 Shinoko. So I thought we pulled 4 of these lanterns. We only got 3 now. Might be the 4th one. Let's do a lantern check again. You get a lantern in every single pack, so. The horror lantern. Oh, we did a good job checking the lanterns. No missing lanterns, so. You get the lush lantern. Alright, so we need 6 lanterns. Let's see if we got 6 lapis lanterns. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So I guess we're building the deck similar to the TTS deck. We got the Bigfoot as the companion. And we're going to go with Lapis as the secondary. So the way this game works is to power up the Malachite Cryptids. You only need to tap one of these, and then you can use any other type of lantern to power it the rest of the way. So Bigfoot, you would only need 1 of these, and then 4 of whatever else. So in this case, it would be Lapis. So we're gonna go ahead and build the Lapis other half of this deck there. So now the side deck is done. 10 lantern side deck is done. We can come here, since most of the deck is going to be forest still. I think we'll do the 3 and 3 on the trails, delta and forest. So now the trail side deck is done with 3 and 3. So at the start of the match, you'd put your trails down. I would probably do the front row forest, and because Lapis, most of the Lapis cryptids have swimmer, you could run Delta there in the back row, and they'll still be able to explore past your front row. So, alright, start digging through it and look for. Oh, this one's got digger on it. Kujinoka, so Lapis. The cryptids in this row have +1 defense for each space between the site they're exploring and the site they occupy. Okay, so the back row, like I was just explaining, running it from the back row, that's a good one for that. So we'll put that in. This one has swimmer, and we're going to run it from the back row, so that's another good one. So let's see if we got more of him. Koki, he's a good early one. If it's raining, he has +3 attack. When you play this cryptid, search your deck for rain environment, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Okay, so he's good to search for rain. Do we even pull any rains? Let's see if we pulled any rains. Clear, foggy, day, night, clear, foggy, heat and rain. Okay, so we did. We got 3 heat and rains. So that's it. Yeah, we only pulled 3 heat and rains. So Koki allows you to search for the heat and rain. So hopefully we get a couple of him. Let's see if we got more Kokis. Another Koki. You can have up to 4 of him. So I think we'll max him out so we can search. We'll do another Sextant. Sextant is uncommon, so you can only have 3 Sextants. If this cryptid defeats a defense mode rival cryptid, see, but with the Lapis Unicorn, he doesn't have swimmer. You can't attack from the back row with him. So you could still use him. See, this one's got back row ability. So hopefully there we got a couple of him we can put in the deck. He's got back row ability too, the Fiji Mermaid. Bloop Sound. Oh, Bloop Sound's a good one. That switches whoever you want from attack to defense. So let's go through here and get our Bloop Sounds. There's Bloop Sound is common, so you can have 4 Bloop Sounds. He's really tough. I don't know how many of him we pulled or how he got into this pile. We're looking for what? Bloop Sound. Bloop Sound. Another Sextant. So if we had 33 cards, we only needed 17 Lapis cards. I don't think we're there yet. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I would just add more of these guys if I could. Let's go find more of them in here. Let's see who we got. Oh, making a mess. Luckily, these cards are super tough. Let's see here. Oh, how do all these forests get in there? We'll mix something up here. These are all lanterns. No wonder why that pile's such a mess. I know. No, we're out of room for Sextants. Alright, we're gonna another Koki. Definitely want him. Another one of him. Definitely want him. Definitely want him. I think that's all we can do. He's common, so we could do 3 Fire Nagas. He's common too, so we can do 4. I think that's all we can do. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, So 17. I think that's all we could add. I think that's 50 cards now. Here we go. Ready? Count them out. I think we're over. Alright, so there's 6 cards over. So I think we definitely have to pull Malachite cards out. So, is that an extra Gumbaro? No. So we'll take a Gumbaro out. We only have 1 Archaeologist, so he's got to stay. Wirorama, I guess because we have the Lapis on the back row, we don't really need him. We have the Lapis Cryptids to do that. So that's 3 gone. Billy Whack. 1 cat. I guess we could probably just drop him, and I think that's it. I'm still not loving that it's a Malachite heavy and this side deck is Malachite light. So ideally, I mean this will work, but ideally what you would do here is, even though Bigfoot's your companion, you would make this deck Lapis heavy. So you would probably, I would keep Gumbaro. He runs good defense. I would actually probably add the 4th Gumbaro. I would keep the Magnolian Worm. I would keep the Billy Whack. The Gugwee's a good one, but he also stalls you. We only got 2 of them. The backpacks are great. Buscioni, we only have 1 of him. It just feels weird with the continuity. Jackalope is kind of weak. He does have the Calm, though, which we're going to try to run a lot. Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing about it's almost better to run the companion as your like the minority in your deck. So to build, like if I was building a competitive deck, you would probably put like the Nessie effect is a great one to have late, because that late in the game you've drawn a bunch of cards and stuff. So Bigfoot here is, when a hidden enemy reveals itself, allied Malachite cryptids gain 1/1. So that's actually a good one to put out early, because the more things that are revealed, you put patches on all your guys. So he is pretty powerful. Getting him out as early as possible would be beneficial. But so I'm going to try to even this out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to dump those. We're going to replace these with more water guys. Ninja is one of the strongest Lapis, in my opinion. So he's uncommon. So having 3 of him in your Lapis deck in my opinion, is a pretty much a no-brainer. Oh, yeah, we got 2. That's good. Let's see if we can get a 3rd one of him. I don't think we got a 3rd one of him, but 2 is a good start. Bermuda Triangle Beast is a good one. He's 6 though. He takes more to come out than Bigfoot does. Okay, and we could switch one of the trails off to put Lapis, put Delta in the center. So take one of the forest trails out, and you would be running 4 deltas and only 2 forests, with 1 delta in the center. And then you could run the Lapis Unicorn, if I have a bunch of those in this box. Again, kind of running the Lapis heavy technique. Oh, the music stopped? We didn't get any Lapis traps or Malachite traps. You gotta open up a lot of boxes to actually build like a really effective deck. Probably, unless you get really lucky. Another Lapis Unicorn, nice. So we need 6 more cards between the 2 of them. I guess just because we're gonna go Fiji Mermaids. Just to give some early game. We could do the Sailors too. Sailors draw 1, so we'll put 2 Sailors in there. No, I don't love the Sailors effect. We just need 2 more cards. Let's see. So we got 2 Sailors. Ideally, we had another Ninja and Bermuda Triangle. Actually, Bermuda Triangle Beast, you probably only want one because he takes so much energy to call. Another one of him too. So we need 28 Lapis cards. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. Alright, 2 more. How many sextants are uncommon, so you can only have 3, and bloop sounds are common, so you can have 4, but I don't think we had 4. No, we didn't have 4. Alright, so that's pretty much it. We got it done. The archaeologist. I'm gonna shuffle the deck and do draw first hand to see if he actually can get a playable hand. First pull. Yeah, it looks good. This looks like you'll be able to play with it. Just double check that it's 50. So it needs 1 card. The companion doesn't count as... Here, we'll just add another Fiji Mermaid. Alright, 50 cards. And clean this up. I can shuffle this up and draw the first hand and see if it'll actually be playable. It is a Lapis Malachite deck. Ended up with a Lapis Malachite deck. Like the TTS deck, kind of, but honestly, the TTS deck is probably a little bit better than this. But maybe not. Maybe not. The TTS deck doesn't have any traps, neither does this one. The TTS deck doesn't have any cabins, neither does this one. So it's pretty similar. Right. So let's get this over here. So the trails for this one, because it's Lapis heavy, I would do forest up front like that, and then the delta like this would be upside down to start, so the opponent couldn't see what your plan was. But yeah, I'd start with this because you got the unicorn that likes the front row. So that'll get the boost in the front row and be pretty strong if you can draw the unicorn. So that's why the delta I'd put there, and then the other ones is the gumbaroo and stuff like that to run to kind of stall until you can get Bigfoot out or something. So I've been shuffling these cards a lot. I've been trying to shuffle the promo cards. Because I don't want to shuffle like rare stuff, but I guess I got no choice now. Time to start shuffling holographic cards. I believe the opponent can spin the weather. I believe that's why the weather is there, and your opponent also has a weather. So each you each have your own weather, and it switches back and forth. I think your opponent can tap the weather to spin it. I'm not sure about that. I know they can play their own weather, and it can be completely different from your weather. By the way, after all that shuffling, you figured these cards would be torn up, right? Or you're just mashing them together. Maybe some weighting or something going on. There's not. These are like, seriously, like playing cards. Like aces and kings and queens playing cards. Alright, so I gotta shuffle the lantern deck too, which is a little bit easier since there's only 10 cards. One of them's in a sleeve too, so we can tell which one the dual borderless lantern is because it's in a sleeve. I'm not gonna take that one out of the sleeve. Oh, I forgot to put the wishful jewel in the deck too. There's one card that didn't get shuffled. And Bigfoot doesn't have to get shuffled. He's the companion, goes on the outside. So, all right. So here we go. Draw 7 cards, so here we go. Let's draw our first 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we got a playable hand here. We got Backpack, Archaeological Dig, Fayanaga, another Archaeological Dig, Big Back Monster, and 2 Sextants. So not a playable hand until the 3rd turn. Let's draw lantern. Oh, we did get a malachite lantern, but there's nothing we can do. Archaeological dig. Nope, nothing there. And sextant. Nothing there. Alright. So we probably would have mulliganed or something at that point. Let's draw a card. And it's a Magnolian Deathworm. So, not a playable hand, but we got 2 sextants, so I feel like I didn't shuffle this well enough. Let's keep shuffling. All PSA 6s. Sorry, Bigfoot, you gotta sit over there and watch your friends get shuffled. There's also a lot of shuffle mechanics in this game. Like the search card here is search and shuffle. Alright. Another 7 card hand. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Billy whack. Alright, we're good. Still 2 sextants though, but we got a storm and calm. So I think I needed to put more cryptids in this, maybe? We're not getting cryptids. Let me try to make 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still nothing we can play on the first turn. This is a draw 2 card that you could play with 1 Malachite Lantern though, so let's see if we would draw 2 cards, we get a card we can actually play. No. And Gumbaroo we can play on the second turn. Alright. Let's see how the shuffling worked out. It's not that badly shuffled. Just bad continuity. I'm gonna take some playing around with to get a deck that really works, I think. Those are some bad those are not first hands you want to see. Those are loser first hands. Alright, let's try again. Maybe I just didn't shuffle enough. There we go, Koki. Finally a card we can play. Should be 4 of these in this. Drawing 7 cards, we should get a card we can play every turn. Nice, Fiji Mermaid. Alright, 2 cards we can play. 5, 6, and Gummer. Alright, now we got a hand. So I think just needs to be shuffled better. Because now we have a bunch of cards we can play first turn. Or first 2 turns. So let's see what lantern we draw. Another Malachite Lantern. So we needed, really needed the Lapis Lantern. But we got it on the second turn, so you know, let's shuffle again and see what the hand is again. Maybe it was just bad shuffling. Yeah, like the sextants you can't play in the first hand. Alright, we got. You want one of these at least to start. Alright, Lapis Unicorn. No, it would be I guess the Gumbaroo really. Oh. Definitely a mulligan first hand. What the heck? Maybe this many storms is too many. This many weathers. Maybe you only have 4. I think I have 7 in this. But still, 7 should only be 1 per hand, not 4. The Gumbaroo, I guess, would probably be the lowest. The 1. I didn't think I put the Jackalope in here. Or whatever he is. Alright, 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, no repeats. A memory. So you gotta draw. The sailor would draw a card, and you could use him if you pull lapis lantern. So if you set the lapis lantern, fire him off, you could draw a card. Fire Naga. Still, there's nothing I could really play on the first turn here now. So I'd have to let the opponent turn. They'd probably get an EV from the turn. They'd play something, move into my field, to get an explore and get a turn. So I get another lapis lantern, draw a card. It's another Fire Naga. So I definitely need more lower level cryptids. I still can't play anybody here. Can't play that. Bloop sound. I can change something's attack mode to defense mode, but still nothing. So he'd go, probably get another EV. Now I got the Malachite Lantern. Draw another card. So now I could put him in defense mode, but if he would just get killed. So now you can put him out and actually start doing something. It would take the third turn though. So where the heck are all the low level cards? Not even close. So definitely needs a lot of tweaking. So one box is not enough to really build an effective deck to play with, I don't think. Or maybe it is, I didn't do this right. Because right now I've really only got one playable first hand out of 5. Your first hand's gonna be your whole game. It's gonna set the tone for the whole thing. Alright, start one more time. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm thinking too. A lot more low levels. Yeah, I think what I would do is take the low level, take out the some of these weathers and add some lower levels. So we got 3 and 3. I would take out 2 of the Storm and Calm and 1 of the Heat and Rain. And then add maybe the Jackalopes or the Squonks maybe. The Squonks, the Tushkanoko, and the Jackalopes. I think that's a good idea, right? Add 2 Squonks and 3 Jackalopes. I think that's a good idea. The rabbit does need the weather for Swift, but Swift just means you could play him face up immediately, so it's not like a huge deal if he doesn't have the weather. He's still a first playable card without the weather. The Squonk also needs the weather too, but it seems like... Right? What did I take? 3 cards out, and I'm adding 5. So I should take some of the higher level guys out too. Like the Magnolian Deathworm fights as a high level. Or maybe some of these archaeological digs. Yeah, I'll take one of those out. We've been pulling that a lot. Alright, let's see now. Let's see now. A couple more type cards in there. Again, I've been beating on these cards pretty hard now. You guys see me shuffle them, what? 24 times now at least? They're all still no white on the edges. Shuffle Pokemon cards raw and let me know if the edges are still white after 24 shuffles. It ain't gonna be. Promise you that. There we go. 1. Archaeological dig. 2. Oh, how did the lantern get in there? 2. Bayanaga. 3. The Moljawank. A nice, and the Jackalope, a card we can play in the first turn. Bloop Sound and Koki. So now we got 2 cards we can play in the first turn. Check that out. Koki needs rain to do damage, but at least we could defend ourselves while we draw more cards. So there we go. With a little bit of tweaking, I think that we were able to turn this into a playable deck. Just like that. Just 5 cards can make all the difference. So let's give it a couple more shuffles. And see if we can get that result again. Because we were getting bad results. I'm not gonna lie, that first one was not the best. So let's see here. I'll actually the same card on the first draw again. What's the chances of that? The Mermaid playable, even a number 2. We got the Heat and the Rain, so now we're already rocking the Rain if we need it. The Billywhack. It's our 4th. Our 5th is another Billywhack, and our 6th is the Sextant. So not too upset with that, because on a turn 2, if you were the turn 2, you would have be 2 lanterns anyway to get the Fiji Mermaid out there. So well, too bad we wouldn't get a Lapis Lantern on turn 2, but that's a shame because there's only 4 Malachite Lanterns in here. So, but there you go. So let's do it one more time. Way better results we're getting now, though. I think we've got it playable. Alright, 7 cards. 1. Got the Mermaid already. 2. Heat and Rain again. Billywhack. Jin. 2 Heat and Rain. There you go. I don't know how I'm getting these shuffles like that. Be a poker dealer with that hand. There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. Jackalope, Billywhack, Magnolian, another Jackalope, and a back all Malachite hand. Way happier with the way this is flowing now. Crazy how 5 cards can make that big of a difference. Fire Naga, Jackalope. Alright, we're playable. Gumbaroo, Koki, Bloop Sound. What is it? 6th, 7th is, oh dude, these are winning hands now. Now we're cooking with gas. So that's 4 playable hands in a row. So I think we did it. I think we dialed it into something that actually works. Not perfect, but playable. You could definitely have some fun with this one. One more for luck. Here we go. Squonk. Yes. 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 Oh, it's a beautiful thing. That's what first hand should look like. So you put Squonk down. Squonk can even go in attack mode maybe if you want to. Yeah, these are dialed in now. So we did it. I gotta put numbers together on what's actually in here. The amount of cryptids versus effect cards versus weathers. But remember, the Koki can search the rain. So if you get a Koki, it's pretty much like having the rain. I don't know if there's somebody who can search the storm. So like maybe you keep 3 storm and commies just in case. There you go. I do honestly believe that this is a deck that you could play with and have some fun. It's worth things drawing 7 cards and having no option. You just want to throw the game in the garbage. Like, that's the problem with MetaZoo, is if you didn't draw your aura, it was like, alright, concede in the first or second turn. So this doesn't work like that because you're always getting your energy from the side deck here. And I think 4-6 is probably a good mix. The lanterns kind of did us dirty in that box with the deck we were trying to build, but you're not always going to get that continuity, I think. Alright, we're going to do this again. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. It's Adam, Gilby, Contigo, everybody who joined in, everybody who watches the video later on. Thank you. We'll definitely do this again. It was a lot of fun. Until tomorrow.